Right, we'll start with Ethan. Shall we start with you?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, start with that. Right, can you make it a little bit closer? We can't see the pictures very clearly.
Okay, this one is
All right, that's better.
closer to that one. Okay.
Okay, start.
Space is all around the earth, high above the air. Here on the earth, we're surrounded by air. You cannot teach a man anything. You only can help him find it within himself. I am Galileo. Welcome to my life. Are you ready? As we go back to the ancient times, we can see lots of changes in our world. The world is full of gadgets and machines. Machines. Yes, it does everything for us. How did this get all possible? How did the world get so modern? It's all possible because of the help of science. As I told you before, science has changed our lives a lot. First of all, transportation. Transportation is much easier than before. Secondly, science has made us go up to the moon. Now I am here now to tell you more about Galileo and science. Galileo was born on 1564. He was the firstborn from the 6 children. When Galileo was still small, his parents moved to Italy. For a brief time, Galileo studied, but soon he decided to go to University of Pisa. In this period of time, he made lots of discoveries and written on his book on motion. Galileo was an astronomer and a mathematician. Galileo discovered the law of motion towards the earth. Galileo discovered the telescope in 1610. This is the modern telescope, and this is Galileo's telescope. And also Galileo meter. Galileo, his brilliance brought a new era to the science world. My ambition is to be a scientist. Having an ambition is very important. I admire Galileo so much. I am going to invent new things for the world and produce it.
Wait, can you say the last line, please? Because it suddenly got stuck. Can you please say the last line? Sorry.
His brilliance brought a new era to the science world. My ambition is to be a scientist. Having an ambition is very important. I admire Galileo so much. I am going to invent new things for the world and produce it to the world. Thank you.
Very good. Nice. Good. Okay. Minuki, shall we start?
Okay, Auntie.
Share it and start sharing.
You want to share?
Yeah, Dilu, it says only host can
No,
share.
right. Now done. Now try. Now can you share?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, we can see.
Okay. 1 minute, please.
Yeah, no problem.
Just start. I'll handle this.
Right.
Good evening.
Good evening, teacher and friends. Today, I'm going to tell you about Mr. Thomas Alva Edison. Thomas Alva Edison was one of the greatest inventors and scientists in the world. He was born on February 11, 1847 in America. Thomas has 6 siblings and he was the youngest child in the Edison family. Thomas was a slow developing child in his childhood. So his mother, who was a teacher, had pulled him from the school and taught him at home. He also had a hearing loss. When he was just 12 years old, he sold some newspapers as he was poor. Later, Thomas learned to study books on mechanic, manufacturing and chemistry at the public library. At age 15, he studied the telegram and electrical science. In the 1870s, he built a manufacturing company and a small lab in the New Jersey. Do you know what he invented? Do you know what he invented as?
Do you know?
No. Yes, it is a bulb. Yes, he invented the light bulb in October 1879. It was known as the glow bulb. He has overcome many obstacles through his life. Mr. Thomas Alva Edison is known as a person who won his life because of his never give up attitude. Thank you for listening my speech.
Show
Good.
the bulb now. It's ready.
That's it.
Okay.
Right.
Did you think? That's all. Okay.
Right. What you can do is you can stop share, then it'll go.
Okay. Did you all see pictures?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Mickey.
Bye.
Sashin, start.
Good evening and friends. Today I am going to teach you about Thomas Alva Edison. Thomas Alva Edison. Thomas Alva Edison was born on 11 February 1847. He was an American inventor and businessman. He developed devices including life around the world, including the phonograph, the motion picture camera, and the long-lasting practical electric light bulb. He also invented the electric chair in order to improve that alternative current is also harmful, not only beneficial. He died on 18th October 1931. Thank you.
Right. Good, Sashin. Thank you. It was a little bit too short. Huh? Iksha, start. Do you want to share the screen, Iksha?
Yes, Dilu. We want to share the screen.
Right. I have enabled. Yes. Yes, you can do it. Isha, are you talking? We can't hear you.
Sorry.
Right, start.
Hello, teacher and my friends. I'm going to speak a few words on a world-famous Sri Lankan scientist. He is Dr. Cyril Andrew Ponnam Perumal in the field of chemical evolution and the origin of life. He was born in Galle on the 16th of October 1923. He completed his early education at St. Aloysius College, Galle, and St. Joseph College, Colombo. Initially, he obtained a doctorate in chemistry.
Go on, Puta.
Initially, he obtained a Bachelor's of Arts degree in philosophy in India. Later, obtained a bachelor's degree in science in chemistry in London. At the same time, he got the opportunity to work with Professor Bernal on the origin of life. Then he proceeded to United States and obtained a doctorate in chemistry from University of California. He was able to join NASA's exobiology division. He was selected as the principal investigator for analysis of lunar soil, that is the soil on the moon. He was offered many international posts in a number of countries like Russia, India, China, United States, and Sri Lanka regarding origin of life. He was offered the honor of Vidya Jyoti in Sri Lanka. He should be proud to have a scientist like him who was so dedicated and highly rewarded internationally. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, Isha. Thank you. Good. Right. Lisara, are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Start, Puta.
Can I share the screen?
Yes, you can. See how these artists are talking such a listen video. Very nice.
Today I am going to talk about the person who made the electric light bulb. His name is Thomas Alva Edison. He was born on 11th February 1847 in America. He was a telephone operator in his early days and he always wanted to become an inventor. In addition to the bulb, he invented sound recording, phonograph, and the motion picture camera. He was one of the first inventors to apply teamwork to the process of inventions. He was a creative inventor holding 193 US patents in his name as well as the country. 1931 of complications of diabetes. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, Lisara. That was a little bit too short. Huh? You can press the stop share button. Right. Abhi, are you ready?
Yes, teacher, can I share the screen, please?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to present about
ever Sri Lankan who is a world famous personality in her scientific career, and award-winning marine biologist Dr. Asha DeVos. She was born to Sri Lankan parents in 1979. Her primary education was from Ladies College,
Slow down a little bit. Don't rush.
Colombo, followed by Colombo International School. Dr. Asha graduated from University of St. Andrews, Scotland on marine and environmental biology. She obtained her master's from University of Oxford and PhD from University of Western Australia. Dr. Asha is the only Sri Lankan to gain a PhD in marine mammal research. She is the founder of the Sri Lankan Blue Whale Project in 2008, which helped to find unique population of blue whales in the northern Indian Ocean. She is the founder and director of the non-profit Ocean Wells, Sri Lanka's first marine conservation research and education organization. She has received many awards and have been recognized as a young global leader by the World Economic Forum. She was also celebrated as one of 12 women change makers by Sri Lankan government. She was named as the Sea Hero of the Year by the Scuba Magazine 2020. Most impressive to me is her quotes. Challenges are temporary because there are always ways around or over them, and if you do good work, no one will ever question your place. This is the best piece of advice and learning I got from her character and achievement. The background music is from the famous TV series Ocean Girl, which is also about a whale. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, Abhi. Right, thank you. And then did everybody perform? Only start. This is really interesting. Everybody has very interesting topics. Yes, start only. If you want to share the screen, I have allowed.
Thomas Alva Edison.
Speak a bit louder.
Thomas Alva Edison was an American inventor and businessman who invented more than 1,000 new things. He was born on February 11, 1847 in America. His mother taught him at home. Much of his education came through reading many books. Edison developed many skills when he was young. Edison had hearing problems at an early age. He sold candy and newspapers on trains to support his income. He also studied science and conducted medical experiments on the train until an accident prohibited his work. Later, Edison obtained the permission to sell newspapers on the road. This began Edison to develop his talents as a businessman. His talents eventually led him to found 14 companies, including General Electric, which is still one of the largest companies in the world. He developed many devices that greatly influenced life around the world, including the phonograph, the motion picture camera, and the long-lasting electric bulb. Edison died from diabetes on October 18, 1931 in his home. He was buried behind the home. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, Onali. Hareen, are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Start.
Teacher, can you let me share the screen?
Yes, you can do, darling. You can.
Imagination is more important than knowledge. This was a quote by the great scientist, physicist, and Sir Einstein, Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein was born in Germany on 14 March 1879. His father is Hermann Einstein. He was a salesman and engineer. His mother, Pauline Einstein, was a housewife. His school, primary school, is Louis-Paul Gymnasium. Einstein excelled in math and physics. He taught himself algebra and geometry when he was 12. At the age of 12, he also discovered the Pythagorean theorem. His passion for geometry and algebra convinced him that nature could be understood as a mathematical structure. Marriage and children. This is Nellie Merrick. She was Albert Einstein's wife. They were married in January 1903. They had 3 kids. This is Lisa Einstein. She was born in 1902 in Novi Sad. She was the first child of Einstein and Merrick. Then there is Hans Einstein. He was born in 1904. In Bern, Switzerland, he was the second child of Merrick and Einstein. Edward Einstein. He was born in Zurich in July 1910. He was the last child of Merrick and Einstein. Achievements of Einstein. The atomic theory, size of molecules. He solved the riddle for the photoelectric of the photoelectric effect, theory and relativity, concept of rest energy, quantum mechanics, and he won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921. Once you stop learning, you start dying. This is also another quote by Albert Einstein. He died in 1955 on April 18th. Thank you all for listening for my speech. I hope you have a nice day. Thank you.
Right. Well, that was a real treat, I would say. Listening to all of you and all those speeches, it was a real treat. It was beautiful. And I'm surprised and I'm over the moon and I'm so happy and proud of all of you. You did a superb job. And let me tell you, first of all, thank you very much for taking such a lot of trouble. And I know there are so many ammis and tatis behind the screens helping you out. And thank you. And I'm very grateful to all of you as well. And my idea is to make them read and research. The main purpose of this activity is to get them to read and research and learn about other things in life that are beyond their scope, right? So I think this served my purpose up to an extent, and I'm going to give you another speech. I'm going to give you another topic within the week to be delivered in another 3 weeks' time, right? So thank you very much for taking trouble and coming up with all these lovely presentations. Beautiful. Right. So having said that, let me point out a few things that I noticed. Number one, there were a few tiny little grammatical errors or pronunciation errors, but I didn't want to stop you because it's not nice if I kept on stopping you here and there and correcting you, because this is public speaking and I need to honor you. I need to respect the speaker. Right? So having that in mind, I didn't want to stop you and correct you. And here and there, some of you had a bit shorter speeches, like Sashen, and there was another speech that was short, no? Lisara. Please, I have given you a time limit. Try as much as possible to keep to the time limit. Okay? And most of you did not read it out from a piece of paper, but used the presentation to help you out with whatever you had to deliver. Very good. Very good. Right? And so next week, within the next week, I will give you the new topic, and you have to come up with another presentation in 3 weeks. And this is to help you develop with your public speaking skills, because we do not have festival or we are unable to do our performances on stage in front of an audience. But according to the present situation, this is the best way that creates a good platform or creates creates a platform for you to perform in front of an audience. So you all have to remember to maintain eye contact. Most of you did, and that was a good job. Remember to maintain eye contact. How do you maintain eye contact? You have to look straight into the camera while talking. And most of you did a very good job with that. And here and there, some of you came across with difficult words. I kind of like figured that you had difficulty in pronouncing the words because the words were not very familiar, right? Well, when you come up with a speech, when you are delivering something, when you are delivering a speech, when you're talking to a group of people, first of all, you need to know what you are talking about. Right? You need to know what you are talking about. ඔගොල්ලෝ මොනවද කියන්නේ කියලා දන්නේ නැත්නම් හරි වැඩේනේ වෙන්නේ. වෙන කාට හරි ඕන විදිහ එකක් ලියලා දෙන්න පුළුවන් ඕන විදිහේ ස්පීච් එකක්. ඔගොල්ලෝ ගිහින් කියාගෙන යයි. That won't do. You should know what you are talking about. right? So if there are any difficult words in whatever the speech that Amma or Tata did for you, you have to find the meaning. You should know what it is all about, right? Most of you knew what you were talking about. Here and there, I realized some of you didn't know certain words and certain phrases, right? But you have to understand before you talk. But good job done, and I don't like to burden Ammis and Tatis because they've already done a superb job helping you out. But you have to remember, if you come across a difficult word, take your dictionary and check for the meaning, right? All of you are now big enough to do that. Okay, right. So I am going to stop the class today, finish the class today, but let me tell you all about the next session. Your next session within next week, I will give you the topics, and it's going to be in 3 weeks' time once again. And I am going to because I am going to select first, second, and third. Right? I may not be able to give you any presents or any certificates, but I am going to select first, second, and third. Right? Okay. So that is to encourage you. That is to give you a target to reach up to. Because I know your potential. I know what you are capable of doing. It's just that all of you have got so lazy staying at home and copying notes and just staring at the screen. I want you to go a little bit beyond that, beyond the boundaries that you have kind of like comfortably kept yourself in. Go a little bit beyond that and do your very best, because I am going to select first, second, and third. I know it's going to be very tough. I know I'm going to put myself in trouble because first, second, right? But I have to do it to encourage you, right? Okay, so I have to brainstorm a little bit and think of some interesting superpowered topics for all of you. And within the week, I will send you and start working on it. Right? Okay. So well done. Let's give everybody a good round of an applause. Let's give yourself a clap and give your Ammi and Tati a clap too for all the trouble that they took. Right, well done, girls and boys. So stay safe. Goodbye. God bless.
God bless you, teacher. Thank you, God bless. Bye, teacher. God bless you, teacher. Bye, teacher.